I'm in Phoenix to check out Dutch Bros headquarters and to play on its fabled in-office pickleball court.
Hey, Sam, I'm making coffee.
Oh, yeah, sure.
It's time to go.
Okay, I'm actually sitting down with CEO Christine Barone. Wanted to get a quick pickleball game in. Hey, Christine, sorry about that. We're gonna make a beverage, right?
We are.
What are you making today?
I'm going to make you a Golden Eagle, which is one of our most popular drinks. Here you go.
Hey,
you want to try that?
Let's give it a shot. All right, here we go. Courtesy Christine Barone. Here we go. You got to set the record straight. It is Dutch Bros, not Dutch Brothers.
Exactly. It is Dutch Bros. You got that right.
I know a lot of people get it wrong, but I want to set the record straight, right? Dutch Bros.
It is Dutch Bros.
You said the word vibe earlier, which is a word I've used a lot of times since I walked into this building because Dutch Bros is a vibe. I was also at a Dutch Bros yesterday, and it just oozes vibe. In that there is the music playing, there's the cool branding. Here at headquarters, you have cool murals all over. And just wondering how you would describe the vibe of Dutch Bros and why that's so important to your growth.
You know, I think that we are welcoming. We want to meet you where you are. And I think that the vibe is like kind of a come as you are. Mm-hmm. And our goal is every customer that goes through our drive-through feels a little better than when they entered our drive-through. Mm-hmm. And I think that the vibe serves to feel that like, come, relax, have fun with us. You know, we say that we're at our best when we're having a party in the parking lot. Mm-hmm. And so how do we continue that vibe? Mm-hmm. And it happens within the shop, because if it doesn't feel like fun and a party in the shop, it's never going to feel like fun and party in the parking lot.
Right. All right. So I was at Dutch Bros yesterday. It was like 3:30, 4 o'clock.
Okay.
The drive-through was full the entire time I was there. I mean, just so many cars. There was a merch drop. And it was a bracelet, friendship bracelet.
Yeah, bestie bracelet.
Yep.
Yeah.
Which this is totally new to me. There are not other food service chains doing this, but you have a bracelet, but also the stickers are wildly popular.
Yeah.
Tell me about this. Why is this such an essential part of the Dutch Bros experience?
Well, it's been around for a long time, and I think part of it is just having fun with our customers. They want to experience more of the brand, and so how do we leave them with something that is special to them, mm-hmm. and something that represents a brand and a vibe that they love. Back to the word vibe.
Yeah, you do have a lot of competitors now. This is a really busy category. You guys are looking for ways to differentiate. Tell me how food and beverage innovation play a role in the future of Dutch Bros.
Well, I mean, I think back to the competitive environment, coffee's always been competitive and beverage has. And I think what's most important is you have a very distinct point of view. Mm-hmm. So anything we do, it needs to feel like us. It needs to be us. It needs to be something that our broistas are excited about. And so as we think about innovation, it is that. And I think we have always been a really innovative brand. We were the first to customize energy and to bring that with our Rebel into the market. And I think that part of, being first with some of these products that are super important to where the beverage industry is today has always been part of our DNA.
Why do you think customers are so focused on beverage right now, as you see it at Dutch Bros?
So I think that, beverages allow you to have that little treat during the day. I think, during COVID, when folks were like working from home, it actually was that little break that you got when you went away, when you got out of your house. And I think that that's just continued. It's like a respite from what you were doing. I'm out like getting things done, running errands, and let me have a little break to treat myself. And so I think that piece of like, making sure I'm checking on myself, mm-hmm. because not only do I get a beverage, I get an awesome quick conversation. And I just feel a little better. And it's like my reward for doing awesome things and accomplishing a lot that day.
We mentioned the Broistas developing talent to be able to lead the operations. But what else has been key to sparking this growth? Because when you open hundreds of locations a year, it's expensive. It's, resource heavy, resource intensive. I mean, there's a lot that goes into that. But you're able to pull it off. How?
So I think that a lot of things coming together. I think how the market has evolved. I think beverages are more important to new customers coming into the market. I think they drink across a wide range. You know, they might have coffee sometimes, they might have an energy drink sometimes. And so I do think that the industry has been evolving in a way that really supports what we're doing. I also think the importance of a moment of connection and having someone smile and connect with you, I think that continues to become more and more important in a world where we're on screens so much, and the world is changing fast, right? And there's a lot of stress. And so I think the importance of delivering on that. And so I think as all of those things have come together, we are serving like what a customer needs in a very unique and special way right now.
Scaling that quickly can, pressure some systems.
Yeah.
How are you ensuring things don't go off the rails? How do you ensure you can keep sustainable growth going in this way?
So we have to say no to a lot of great ideas.
Yeah.
And I think that, as I think through all of the different roles I've had throughout my career, one of the most important pieces is knowing what is actually going to matter, what is going to help out our teams, what is going to help us expand our addressable market and get larger, and being so focused on those couple of things that really, really matter. I think that the growth along the way was very intentional and really making sure that at each stage that we grew into another city or another state, that we were ready to be there, that we had the right people systems in place, that we had thought through those important things to make sure that the experience was right. And, I love when Trav shares, stories of early on where, okay, well, we tried going into someone else's environment and but it didn't work because the music didn't feel right. The vibe didn't feel right. And so I think the discipline of which we've grown to make sure that at every stage it felt right. And then we were ready. So we had the systems in place. We had people ready to expand. We had them ready to go out and move into new markets and introduce Dutch Bros, to Houston, Texas, and other places. And I think that there's something about, founders know when that time is. And I feel really lucky to be working alongside Trav.
What do you hope Dutch Bros will represent now to the national consumer that the West Coast consumer has always known?
So I think that if what every new community sees is our people and that connection that they can have with our Broistas and our teams, I think too, how we integrate into a local community, our local givebacks, and how we want to be a part of making every community that we're in better. I hope that they see us not as a national brand, but also as their brand. Because that's, I think, what we've always represented. When our operators move to a new community, they really take the time to understand that community and say, okay, well, I'm bringing Dutch Bros, but this is, for example, the Tampa Dutch Bros. And how is the Tampa Dutch Bros going to feel better? What do we need to know about this community to make sure that we're a part of it?
And how are you keeping that talent pipeline continuously filled? Because it's going to start stretching when you have so many locations, you're putting your talent into those locations. How do you keep it full and invested in?
Well, we have an awesome pipeline today. And I think that continuing to, not only add folks to the pipeline, but continue to invest in our leaders and understanding, okay, well, what things are we great at as leaders, and where are the things where commonly we could do a better job of teaching or of showing. And so we're investing a lot in making sure that our leaders are really ready to be leaders and ready to be leaders of new markets. And so there's things we learn all the time. And I think this incredible piece of we're never done. We keep going to make it better.
What are some unique ways that Dutch Bros does that you invest in your team?
Yeah, I think one of the most unique things we do is really think about what is the experience like when you're in the shop and when you're on shift. Mm-hmm. And it starts with having fun music. It's, making sure that our training programs are so great that the person working next to you really knows what they're doing. Yeah. I think all of those things are really important. And then just being thoughtful about, do we have the right amount of time? Are there the right amount of folks on shift to make sure that everyone is successful? Mm-hmm. And I think that that we think more about, what does a shift feel like here than most other places. What I hope for Dutch Bros is I want us to be the most awesome Gen Z, Gen Alpha employer. I want that everyone who comes to work at Dutch Bros to be the absolute best version of themselves. And I think that if we can make progress towards those things, that would make me really happy.